Lazy versus XQZ. Never felt this kind of pressure in my life. The battle of the monotones. And as you can imagine, everybody's hyped. Paparazzi followed me the minute I exited the flight. Celebrities texted me advice. I turn on the BBC, they're breaking down how technical we write. I said, HBO is in a bidding war with Netflix for the rights. We almost had to switch the venue to Wembley for the night. Announced this match on Instagram. Woo! Got like 27 likes. And here we are. I said, announced this match on Instagram. Got like 27 likes, and here we are. You can almost cut the lack of attention with a knife. When they say Americans don't get British sarcasm, I'm realizing that's definitely right. Because when y'all say this might be the sleeper battle, I don't know if you're being condescending or polite, but leagues are pushing you as the new posh guy. Gotta market to the wealthy crowds. Is like Mr. Burns. And that's not me calling him selfish now. But he did give this lazy guy a job he's unqualified for just to help this clown, which he'll regret once his industry plant starts melting down. There's levels. And the heights I've reached put me a foot above him. That's why I get paid more. Now, I'm just saying that to push his buttons. The truth is, I did this shit for free just so I could cook in London and so I could out-lazy you. Because I'm just up here being good for nothing. I don't care about the views or give a fuck about mentions. You ask the greats, they'll say I am one of them ones without question. This is big for you. I just thought a trip to London sounds pleasant. I was running around town while you were running around prepping. I was trying to learn the tube map while you were bugging out stressing. In other words, we were both studying an underground legend. What you expected? I said, what you expected? Yeah. I said, what you expected? Be shaky, writing shit the day prior. I am fully locked in for these rounds like a cage fighter. Homie, this one motivated me. That's just how my brain's wired. Someone told me I got lazy, and it just made me want to aim higher, bro. Like this. The lazy, I don't fuck with you. I am someone you mean nothing to. I will forever curse the day Tim Burton came up with you. Fuck this dude. I'm the guy that you asked for. I am fighting a fanboy. Randy Marsh on Wheel of Fortune, dog. I was a bad choice. You about to get home. Right? Yeah. I say, you about to get humbled. Either he says uncle or his legs buckle. I will bada bing the sonic rings out of him with red knuckles. I don't give a shit. I said, I don't give a shit how tall you are. Little homie, let's scuffle. I will walk right up to that balcony so I can headbutt you. Lazy. Your rich parents watch your battles like what's he doing in that urban slum. Your rich parents watch your battles like what's he doing in that urban slum and all that roadman slang. What TV show did he learn it from? They raised you better than this, Jack. You used to be their little perfect son. I mean, your dad lives in an ivory tower and your mom gave birth to one. They said he's a vet. No one knows him in America yet. I mean, he's been in New York once, but when you mention it, it gets him upset. It was years ago. Mid-September, if I remember correct. It was a rough day. Walked outside and hit his head on a jet. Never forget. But he's gonna complain that tall jokes are predictable, so it's an angle we shouldn't actually use. Lazy, that is a huge part of what us battlers do. We can point out the obvious as long as it gets him laughing at you. Sometimes you gotta address the the giraffe in the room. Besides, I don't really know much else about the demographic that you're from. I even tried to Google, what do posh families do for fun? And I learned it's mainly finding adorable, fuzzy animals to hunt. And I say all that to say this. Thatcher was a cunt. Time.
People say you're underrated, but I've got to keep it incredibly real. I think you're the most overrated of all time. Whole style's just reinventing the wheel. It's deliberately complex bars with no performance. So your central appeal is basically that pretentious assholes get to feel smart when they say that they're fans of intelligent people. Like today, they might not think that our level is equal, because I've been cruising the net, and I've seen online he's been getting his dues and respect, but I truly suspect that people usually tend to do nothing but parrot the last view that they read. So people come into this event saying dude is the best without using their head. So before I can even start battling you in the flesh, I've got to give a 30 sack of work to the Dunning-Kruger effect. Woo! And the fact that he reacted to that only goes to prove what I said. I'm not losing to X! I'm not losing to X. He claims to have a cult following. A cult following. A cult following. Is that a matter of fact? Because to me that just sounds like a really roundabout way of admitting that you don't have many fans. And that shit is trash, pretentious and basic, acting as if he's been slept on for ages. Like, guys, I know I'm an awful performer, but my pen is amazing. If you paid more attention to my triple entendres and intelligent statements, you start accepting my greatness. I'm talking legendary status. Like, yeah, you're right, Steve. It is actually the crowd's fault that you never engaged them. It's so pathetic, I hate it. But Steve's got anxiety. That's why he has problems with crowds. Oh, you catastrophize a lot. Well, today you really got something to worry about. It's obvious. It's obvious how you only mention your anxiety to garner sympathy and encourage us to overlook the fact that you still struggle with the basics. So you get to be a dog shit performer. People still want to sing your praises. But today I'll put an end to that disgusting pity chasing, because if you feel like something's about to go horribly wrong, that is not your anxiety. You just accurately assess your current situation. Buddy, it's amazing. It's amazing that you pick this for a hobby when you suffer from stage fright, but maybe that explains why this lame guy always threatens to quit when we know that isn't quite true. You've just been doing this for so long, still have so many ranks left to climb through, and sometimes he needs a bit of validation, so he tells the fans that he might do, but I think it's pathetic how you turn your back on us and then claim that we've been standing behind you. You're never gonna actually retire, dude. For him, this is a matter of life and death. You are a fiend for battle rap. Reminds me of a specific type of guy that I have met. You know when you host a party and there's that one guy there and you're like, who the fuck invited them? But you let it slide and then you vibe in session until the sun is rising when you realise he's the last man standing. So you're like, all right mate, off your pop. I think it's time for bed. And he's like, no man, no, let's just fucking call the guy again. This is all the guy has left. This is all the guy has left, and it makes me feel awful inside. But he was actually happy when he divorced from his wife, like, finally. Now I can dedicate more of my time to what's important in life. Writing long and elaborate insults and making sure that all of it rhymes. What sort of a guy calls himself XQZ anyway? It's just a handful of letters, a random selection scrabbled together. I don't know if you named yourself after an algebra question or a grammatical error, but you know what? Maybe I actually get it, because he recently found his fan base, but the problem seems evident, because they don't buy tickets to events. It's just a bunch of nerds who show love on the web for him, so your stock stayed the same, because there's nothing concrete to measure it, and that was the moment calling yourself a nonsensical acronym that's just got 3 letters in must have seemed relevant because you made a name for yourself and it doesn't mean anything. 15 fucking years and never made it out the lower level mid. The living definition of what slow progression is. So you've had a long career, but one I don't respect a bit, because there's a difference between having longevity and not knowing when to quit. Time.
I've referenced my anxiety like once or twice, and you make it seem like some humongous issue. Lazy? I say that shit just clowning, dog. Come on, how fucked up is he? That shit you opened with, ooh, almost fell. That shit you opened with was a dope angle. It just made me realize we're gonna call each other pretentious this whole battle. So Oxford University, right? So apparently he's literate. Your little fancy education isn't scaring me a little bit. I went to the University of Missouri. It's like the American equivalent. I'm just gonna need you all to trust me on that and swear you won't look into it. But you know, but I bet this pretentious cunt will, because no matter what you do, he thinks that it's awful. You talk down to Random for being a poet, Black T for being a model, told Soetta Kinch being the best jazz musicians like being the tallest dwarf. Now that just seems a bit hostile. If anything, it's more like being the most educated battle rapper from King of the Ronald. But as clever as you are, you trying to act like some battle rap expert is bizarre. No one wants some posh prick in this culture pretending he's in charge. You told Black T this ain't a battle, it's a lesson on being technical with bars. Well, thank you for the lecture, fucking Kensington Lamar. Look, Shufflo laid the blueprint for you posh battlers and all these other nerds spawn. You just bit it and then ran it to the ground like a curb stomp. You just nitpick something trivial your opponent did to base half your verse on. How could you say you're a lyricist when 4 years ago you pronounced a word wrong? I hate that. I hate that shit. Sounds so fucking stuck up when you're breaking down the way that they're rapping. But now it's my turn to judge this bell end, like Naked Attraction, like that one round I saw where you tried to school Black T. Like, tonight I'm only gonna rap for 2 minutes while you rap 3, because you can make masterpieces from the bars I don't use. Ooh, that's deep. Man's a genius. Wants credit for writing several masterpieces, but they're for an unexplained myriad of reasons he just can't release them. Type of dude to walk into work for half of the day and ask for a raise. Where are these masterpieces at, Lazy? The fans are enraged. Maybe it's like a Tupac thing where after Lazy passes away, we'll finally hear all the classics he's made that are inexplicably stashed in a safe. I know he might seem like a bottom-tier battle rapper with a 2,000 view average today, but he is loaded lux if you count raps he didn't actually say. I'm only gonna rap 2 minutes. That's actually brilliant marketing if you ask me. Lazy, his special move is doing less. It's kind of a cool-ass niche. He even tried it on his wifey in their room last week. Like, tonight, I'm only gonna last 2 minutes while you last 3. He DM'd me the day this was booked to try to sort the time limits out. Just obsessing over something normal people don't give a shit about. Pick a different route, because you will never win a bout till you figure out how to stop counting minutes and start making minutes count. They said that round was Lazy at his apex, the round of your career where you didn't rap as much. It kind of makes sense. I tried to take your strategy for this battle, because when fans were trying to place bets, they asked me, how the hell can you beat Lazy? I told them, say less, acting like that shit was a career. Acting like that was a career performance is a bit misleading, because being slightly less shit than usual is not a big achievement. And Tariq still killed him. By the 3rd round, he was in his feelings, tear in his eye, Black tea in his face. That's a bad combo. Like, this is England. It's ridiculous. I said it's ridiculous. That whole battle had loads of cringiness. Black T said, Rum Nitty's here, so of course I brought some gun bars. Like he's supposed to give a shit. Like Nitty's gonna post a clip of it like, you know, I get so lonely when I go on business trips. Like Nitty's gonna post a clip of it like, I get so lonely when I go on business trips, and he brought gun bars to make me feel at home. That is so considerate. You both are idiots. This is not a battle to test my pen's limits. When I found out I had you, I was plotting out my next visit. And when they heard I was on it, they knew they had to get tickets, because you can't spell inextivable.
Alright. See, the thing about Steve is he's boring as shit. So now every battler takes that angle whenever they're talking to him. But that works in your favor, I'm forced to admit, because now it's become boring to even mention how boring he is. It's become boring to even mention how boring he is. So if you take that angle for a round, the crowd score it to him. But we have to take that angle. There's nothing else to mention. That's all that there is. Do you know how boring you have to be for it to become a defense mechanism? What a fraudulent trick. So boring, it's boring to call you boring. Ah, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm even boring myself just performing this bit. So let me talk to this bitch, because I win a lot because I bring them content which is always direct. When I structure and spray raps, been putting up some insane stats. Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man. I don't want to call you boring. If there was anything else to mention, trust me, I'd say that. But how am I supposed to take a targeted approach when there's nothing to aim at? So fuck it, let's face facts. How am I supposed to take a targeted approach when there's nothing to aim at? So fuck it, let's face facts. You get overhyped a lot because you've got a real deal thesaurus, Bill Collector, Emerson Kennedy, Isaac Knox.
Yeah.
Maybe not that last guy. But as for the rest, you've got the resume of a final boss. Surely you're in contention for that King of the Dot title shot? No. But I figured out why he's not. It's because whenever you battle those big names, they never reach the heights they're on. Because it turns out it's pretty difficult to be creative when you're battling the human embodiment of writer's block. This guy is... This guy has got a resume which at first glance is so distinguished, but the whole thing is fugazi. Real ones know the difference. The big hitters are always under-prepped when they come for X, so they don't deliver. The matchup is inspired, but your opponent isn't. That's why I'm so dismissive of him, because the secret to your success is literally this. All of your opponents have got a million things they're more interested in than thinking of spit they could shit to this spit. Technical writing there, that technical writing, I'm telling you. Thinking of shit they could spit to this insipid bitch. That's why this cunt is inferior. You're so tedious you make your opponents worse. I'm being utterly serious. It's how he wins his battle. It's how he wins his battles. There's nothing mysterious. You just drag us down to your level, then beat us with experience. And so your value is inflated, but it makes a total mockery, a joke of meritocracy, like the whole scene wanted to play a game and you chose Monopoly because your victory is built on everyone getting on board with this entire false economy. So honestly, I'm about to get mad at him in the next raps that I spit because you have the audacity to mention anecdotes about your opponents because you think they're embarrassing, but it says so much about this extra bland gimp that you think having a funny story is a very bad thing. I mean, I just reckon he's jealous. Because as if there are any stories about you worth telling them. Firstly, I've been in some embarrassing situations, but I don't regret them in earnest because there was a method and purpose, acceptance and learning. The thing about life, it isn't meant to be perfect, and if you haven't got any stories to tell at the end, then it's worthless, and I reckon this nerd has neglected its purpose. Just imagine his funeral. Like we're here today to bury Steve and remember this person. His passion was battle rap. He spent a lot of time perfecting his verses. So much so, a bunch of internet virgins thought he was an excellent wordsmith. A moment of silence and that's the end of the service. The respect he's been earning is based on you having the best of pens, but you're so uninspiring, your opponents are always firing on less than 10. But today, I'm going to end that trend because the fans spend their checks on events to get entertained, but you don't seem to get it yet. So if I were you, I would hedge your bets because I'm really applying pressure to X, giving this my best attempt. But whilst I'm doing that, just remember, yeah, I'm not doing this out of respect for you. I'm doing it out of respect for them.
I booked this match because, to me, American battle rap is becoming tired. Dead crowds, generic styles, to me the whole thing's a dumpster fire. You think Americans sleep on the UK, but this is a scene a lot of us admire. Your top tiers get paid less than ours do, but got 10 times as much desire. Plus, just the flyer for this event had comedians, anglers, punchers, writers, because y'all respect the craft. Nerd rapper, street rapper, y'all show love to either. Best crowds in battle rap. Yeah! Best crowds in battle rap. That's why I come back whenever I feel uninspired. Y'all liked my battle with Frankie, right? Yeah! Never battled him, you fucking liar. Yeah!
Still loved it. No fucking wrong with that. Dreamt about it.
I was actually going to talk about how your dad gives you allowance and got you some bullshit job at some production company your family had founded and lets you shack up in their house and give you annual endowments. I'm not going to, but just know I wrote a masterpiece about it. He does work in TV though. Something about network development. His dad is a big shot TV producer, so I'm guessing that helped a bit. Jack, the fact you are leeching off the success of your relatives has to be so humiliating for the rest of the Skellingtons. But you know what? You know what? I kind of thought about it, Jack. And knowing your main angle to most opponents is breaking down what's wrong with how they rap despite the obvious gaps in talent and accomplishments you lack, your job description's the exact embodiment of that. See, these overpaid TV guys, y'all got this sleazy vibe about you. Never created anything worthwhile, but acting like you can teach the writers how to. Battle rap or TV. Either way, he thinks he provides the value and doesn't even realize the scene would be just fine without you. See, you acting like there's anything you can coach me in is brutal. You're an overeager pupil only hoping for approval. I hate that I've been looking up to you since Rowan introduced you, but I can take a little solace just from knowing that it's mutual. I ain't impressed. Lazy's technical, still not someone they pay attention to. They like your self-deprecating bars and they hate the rest of you. Straight forgettable. I said straight forgettable. Forcing slang in your rounds like it makes you credible, like I'm outside for the smoke. The crowd's like we're way ahead of you. Looking like the Nightmare Before Christmas, but not on anybody's wish list. This listless, limp wrist, Cabbage Patch Kid twist. The fuck is this? Just some random nobody who is 6'6". You're every European power forward LeBron's dunked on in the Olympics. There's a difference. You think I was stressing about his angles and approach? I was just mainly focused on my next vacation as I wrote, and this time tomorrow I'll just be relaxing, laying by the coast, lounging in a hammock. But for now I got lazy on the ropes. You get a medal for your bravery. I said you get a medal for your... You get a medal for your bravery like a general in the Navy. If half your scene hadn't quit, you would never get to face me. They're the ones that built this shit. You've just been benefiting lately because they left this shit for lazy like a nepotism baby. There's no My creativity just goes deeper. I brought something cutting edge to the table like Goldfinger. It's the monotone goat. Fuck anyone that told you differently. I'm on my Amazon Prime. Still fly with this drone delivery. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
So don't worry about my style.
I forgot to say it this morning.
And if it seems old-fashioned, these bitches still don't know how to get rid of me like closed captions.
My experience.
That is your slogan. Is it not? But here's the thing, Steve. If you want to get rid of closed captions, you just go to settings and switch them off. Who the fuck even inspired that bar? Who did you watch struggle to complete that simple job? It's not one of your more obscure references. I just don't know what you were thinking of. But listen, dog, if that slogan applies to anyone, in fact, it's this dude. Because we know how to get rid of closed captions. We actually do. We just choose to watch them on when we're watching battles with you. Because with that monotone voice, we prefer the sound of you rapping on mute. He tried to incorporate his voice into how his brand is consumed, switch up his tactics, calls himself the monotone goat. I don't understand why he isn't embarrassed. He's trying to own it. But I think that it's tragic, because just acknowledging the problem doesn't mean that the criticism's invalid. You should start literally thanking God that you can't hear him at the back of the room. He raps quiet with one flow, bars packed with sarcasm, only form of writing this cunt knows. So I guess that his substance matches his style, because bro's voice is monotone and his writing is one note. You must know that it's pointless having any form of substance if you ain't projecting it. So face it, bitch, it's evident you need to change your methods quick, because right now the microphone is the only thing that's even making this competitive. The same effect as sedatives. This bitch is rapping basic, but that's all right, because he's a writer's writer and he thinks that's amazing. In your mind, it's a flex, but in fact, it's a stretch of the imagination. You've been clashing ages, but still need to improve your performance, make it a project, but he never takes it upon himself to try changing the optics. He just buries his head in the sand, never faces the problem. So now X perform like a xenomorph, not because you're a killer, because giving them a classic is an alien concept. They say that it's obvious that your substance is awesome, but I think it's just not your calling. Watching you mumble and stumble is awkward. He probably should have been a beatboxer with that humdrum performance, but the public public been talking about how he's on a tear and it's lit, but as far as I can tell, the fans still aren't caring for it. You've been peddling the same morbid inflection for more than a decade. Still not getting anywhere with this shit. I guess the monotone goat needs to vary his pitch. I'm not scared of this bitch. It's gonna be a wash and a landslide. Let's see how much you like that monotone sound when your heart monitor flatlines. Ernest said he had an international for me. Then I've got that guy, the monotone goat. But is that who you are? My God, I don't know, because right now all I see is the never drop the dope flow or put on a show goat. Once again, under prep, probably gonna choke goat, fucking monotone goat, big stage horror show goat, starts rapping and the whole crowd goes comatose goat, fucking monotone goat, but he's proper so puts inside references in a lot of those jokes that isolate the casual fans who don't wanna know goat, clone of a clone goat, standards oddly low goat, thinks he's unique but we do see his type come a lot on goat, so the monotone goat probably got to go home because you've been doing this 15 years and never made it out your comfort zone, goat. Keep going! Now, I'll be honest though, bro, and this is not a low blow. If all of that shit makes you the monotone goat, the last thing we need in this scene is one of those. Goat.